and discounted prices for purchasing before August 28th.
Coach, how important is it for you guys to get used to this new offensive scheme, both offensive and defensive, going into camp and going into the season?
Yeah, you know what, the 15 practices that we had in spring were really important just to get these guys acclimated to the language, the verbiage, the techniques, and the things that we want to get down with them. We're bringing quite a few new guys in that weren't around in the spring that we need to get them going really quickly and learning the system and learning the schemes as quick as possible so that they can hit the ground running as well. But that's part of football. Even when you're coming into the same system that you were in last year, there's going to be changes and things, and so we got to hit the ground running.
What do you think the expectations are for Javelina Nation? Obviously, you being one of the most accomplished coaches, you won a national title as an offensive coordinator. So, what do you think the expectation is for this year?
The biggest thing that we want to focus on is mainly the effort. I can't tell you how many times I've heard from people who have gone to games disappointed in the second half effort and the toughness that our team brought forth, and that's something that we really want to work on. And I'm not going to sit here promising any wins and win total, but I will promise that we're going to work our tails off, and we're going to grind, and we're going to hit people, and we're going to play with toughness, and if we can do that, we're going to shock some people.
Just speak about your recruiting class. Obviously, you had the guys that signed on National Signing Day, but you signed a lot of guys that kind of complemented the team from then until now. You have a lot of transfers coming in. You have a lot of JUCO kids.
Yeah, college football these days, especially in the Division II world, you're always recruiting. I mean, you're always finding ways to get your team better. We are very pleased with the guys we have on campus that we inherited in January. But obviously, that signing period, we signed some great freshmen that we're excited about. And from February through really now, we're still working, bringing in transfers, guys that are going to plug in some of the holes where we're deficient and we need some help. And so we're excited to see those guys get here in August.
You start the season on the road now at 2 p.m. at Incarnate Word, followed by 3 home games, highlighted by obviously the LSE opener against A&M Commerce. Just talk about the schedule, talk about how difficult it will be to get off to a good start, but how important it is to get off to that good start.
Yeah, we play in probably the toughest conference in Division II football from top to bottom. I mean, there's really not a weak team. People probably consider us the weak team, and hopefully we're going to change some people's minds on that this year. But it's always important to start fast. It doesn't matter what profession you're in or what sport you're playing. If you start the season fast, you have a chance to do something that is special. And so, going up and playing Incarnate Word up in San Antonio, which is only 2.5 hours from us, basically a home game, and we'll have a big crowd there. And then being able to have 3 home games in a row in the heat of summer, really for us, our guys will be used to it. That gives us an opportunity to start things off with some excitement, and we're extremely fired up for that. It gives us a chance to hopefully get some momentum going for the rest of the year.
Just speak about the difference in energy around here. I know obviously with the spring game, you mentioned that a lot of the positions were a battle essentially. Mm-hmm. No one came in with that position inked as their starting position. How important is it for the team to continue that mindset, to continue the competition? Yeah,
that's still the deal. You mentioned the word competition. There hasn't been a single person that's been told they're a starter yet. Obviously we kind of people migrated towards the top that earned it as we were going through spring ball. But after spring ball, we're still not to the point where at any position we're saying as a coaching staff, yeah, we've got it. We're ready there, and so. Those guys are still competing. Talking with our strength and conditioning coaches, they've done a great job competing in the summertime. And it's been a different atmosphere and a different environment in that weight room than it's been in the past. And I think it's totally based on the people that we have coaching them. Coach Rogers is unbelievable in the weight room, but these guys have bought into the deal that we got to compete for everything we do around here.
On the new defensive system, you have a new defensive coordinator. How important is it to get used to that scheme now as opposed to going into the camp?
It's very important to get used to the scheme now, so when we come into camp we can hit the ground rolling and everybody be on the same page.
Just speak about the defensive unit. A lot of the guys are returning. You have Trevor Moses, who was all-conference honorable mention. You have Kalechi, who was all conference honorable mention. Just speak about the team. A lot of you guys are coming back this coming season.
Oh, yes, sir. We have a great group of core guys coming back for the defense, and we're very excited about the leadership that we'll have on the defensive side of the ball, and it should be good.
Just speak about your expectations, both individually and as a unit.
As a defensive unit, we want to be the best defense in the conference, and for myself, I want to be one of the best players in the conference.
How important is it for you guys to continue to work in the offseason now, then head into camp with that mindset that we grasp that defensive scheme, and then you go into the camp with a strong camp going into the season opener at Incarnate Word?
It's very important because it builds confidence amongst the players, and it is easier for players to play when they don't have to think as much and there's more reaction.
Just speak about the offense. You're one of the returning captains from last year's team. You were starting running back for that team, playing pretty much all the games. So just speak about the offense.
As far as offense, it's changed up a bit from last season, of course, more of a downhill style. I guess we got guys coming back, Sean and Joe Teo, and looking to come back and finish off their senior year strong. Up front, I guess we have about the same, but I think guys have a renewed attitude and just ready to go out and attack this season.
How important is it to get used to the new offensive scheme now, as opposed to waiting 4 or 5 games down the season, or even doing this over the summer as opposed to doing it in camp? How important is it to go into camp with that mindset? Like, we understand and we grasp the new offensive scheme.
Well, I think that it was important for us to have learned the majority of it during the spring,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's important that we kind of refresh it, doing 7-on-7 during the summertime, and really just getting the I guess the camaraderie and really getting in sync with one another as an offensive unit.
What are your expectations, both individually and as a unit?
Individually, I guess just to be, to win as a whole, and then I guess for me and myself is just to attack every game and really put the best effort, regardless if I'm on special teams or offense or whatever it may be, but really just allowing this team to succeed and excel.
And in your opinion, how has the team adapted to the new coaching staff? You obviously have some returning coaches, but for the most part, everyone is new, especially on the offensive side, with the exception of Coach Martinez.
I think everyone's adapted very well. They responded really well to just what they have to offer for us. And I think the biggest thing, attitudes have changed a lot. Seeing a lot of changes in a lot of guys, and it's really going, in an upward direction. And so I think that the coaches as well, the professionalism and just the way they conduct everything and really making it fun for us, at the same time making sure we're handling our business, definitely has helped a lot. But I think it's been positive for the team as a whole.